You're about to yell. Your voice is rising. Your patience is gone. You've already said it 3, 4, 5 times. And your child? Still not listening. Why are they doing this? Why won't they just listen? And right there, in that exact moment, you feel it. That surge, that pressure building in your chest. The words ready to come out louder than you planned. Now pause, because what's happening right now isn't what it looks like. You think you're reacting to your child's behavior, but you're not. You're reacting to what that moment is doing inside you. Because yelling doesn't start when your voice gets loud. It starts seconds before, when your body gets overwhelmed. And here's what no one tells you. The moment you feel like yelling, your child is often overwhelmed too. 2 overwhelmed systems. 1 moment. And that's why everything escalates so fast. But what if that moment, the one right before you yell, is actually the most important moment in parenting? Because if you can see it clearly, you can change it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening inside your brain and your child's right before yelling happens. And once you see it, you won't just yell less. You'll start responding in a way that actually works. Let's slow it down. On the surface, it looks simple. Your child isn't listening, so you raise your voice. But that's not what's actually going on. You don't yell because your child is difficult. You yell because your system is overloaded. Think about the seconds before it happens. You've repeated yourself. You feel ignored. Nothing is changing. And inside your body, tension rises, breathing tightens, and your patience hits 0. That's not just frustration. That's your nervous system shifting from calm to reactive. So, when do you finally raise your voice? It's not a strategy, it's a release. Now, here's what makes it even more complicated. At the exact same time you're reaching your limit, your child's system is often at its limit too. Maybe they're focused on something else. Maybe they're struggling to transition. Maybe they're already mentally overloaded from their own day. So, while you feel ignored, they may not actually be able to respond the way you expect. This is not a moment of disobedience. It's a moment of 2 overwhelmed systems colliding. And when that happens, escalation is almost guaranteed. Pressure meets pressure. Loud meets loud. A small situation becomes a huge reaction. It was building long before this moment. Here's the part that changes everything. Yelling doesn't begin when your voice gets loud. It builds long before that. Think about your day. You're already carrying things before your child does a single thing wrong. Stress, noise, too many decisions, too little sleep. Your system is not starting at 0. It's already loaded. Then parenting gets added on top. You ask once, no response. You ask again, nothing. Each time, something small shifts inside you. A little more tension, a little less patience. It's subtle, almost invisible, but it adds up. And your child? They have their own buildup happening too. Transitions, instructions, things not going their way. Their system is filling up just like yours. So, when you ask them to do something in that moment, you're not asking for a calm, empty system. You're asking about a system that's already near its edge, and it doesn't take much to tip it. A simple, put your shoes on, turns into resistance. Your voice tightens. Their reaction grows. And suddenly, everything explodes. Here's why it feels so personal in that moment. They're ignoring me. They're not respecting me. They're doing this on purpose. But most of the time, it's not personal. It's capacity. Your child's brain is handling more than it can manage at that moment. And your brain? Same. This is not a discipline problem. It's a regulation problem. What's actually happening in the brain? Let's go one level deeper, because once you see this, everything makes sense. Your brain has 2 modes in moments like this. The thinking brain helps you stay patient, make decisions, and speak calmly. The emotional brain reacts, fast, automatic, protective. When stress builds, your brain shifts control from thinking to reacting. Your patience drops, your tone changes, your voice gets louder. Not because you planned it, but because your brain is trying to discharge pressure. Now, here's the part most parents don't realize. Your child's brain works exactly the same way, but with one critical difference. Their thinking brain is still developing. So, when they feel overwhelmed, they shift into emotional mode much faster, and they stay there longer. This means when your child is overwhelmed, they are not choosing their behavior. Their brain is driving it. So, when you say, "Listen to me, calm down," stop doing that. You're speaking to a thinking brain that isn't available right now. It's offline. That's why repeating yourself doesn't work. That's why raising your voice doesn't work. That's why yelling often makes things worse. Because now both brains are in emotional mode. And when that happens, your child doesn't learn to listen. Their brain learns to react. It signals, this moment is not safe. And when the brain feels unsafe, it doesn't learn. It protects. So instead of listening, your child resists more, shuts down, or reacts even bigger. The window that most parents miss. Here's the most important thing I want you to take from this. There is always a moment right before you yell. It's small, quick, easy to miss. But it's there. It's the moment where you feel the tension rise, the urge to react, the pressure building. That is your window. You don't stop yelling in the middle of it. You stop it before it begins. And it starts with awareness, not perfection, not control, just noticing. When you catch yourself thinking, my voice is about to rise, my body is getting tight, you've created a gap. And inside that gap, you can choose something different. What to actually do in that moment. Let me give you 4 specific things that work. And I mean actually work, not in theory, but in the moment. 1, pause your body first. Before you say a single word, stop. Even 1 second of physical stillness changes what comes next. Unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Your child's nervous system reads your body before it hears your words. 2, go quieter, not louder. This feels completely unnatural at first, but lower your voice instead of raising it. A softer, slower tone does something loud never can. It tells your child's brain that the situation is safe, and a brain that feels safe can actually hear you. Try it once and watch what happens. 3, cut your words in half. When we're frustrated, we talk more explaining, more reasoning, more repetition. But an overwhelmed child can't process a paragraph. They need a sentence. Shoes on. Come here. 5 minutes. Short. Clear. Once. Save the conversation for after the moment has passed. 4, connect before you correct. Get down to their level. Make eye contact, not intense, just present. A gentle hand on the shoulder, then speak. Here's why this works. Connection literally opens the thinking brain. When a child feels seen, even for 2 seconds, their nervous system shifts. They become capable of hearing you. That's not a soft parenting trick. That's neuroscience. Control closes the brain. Connection opens it. A moment that might sound familiar. Picture this. It's 7:45 in the morning. You've already asked 3 times. The coat is still on the floor. The shoes are still not on. You're going to be late again. And your 6-year-old is standing there, staring at the TV like you don't exist. In that moment, every instinct says, get louder. But what if instead you walked over, crouched down, touched their arm gently, and said quietly, hey, eyes on me, shoes on now. We're leaving in 2 minutes. Not a speech, not a threat, just present, clear, calm. Most parents who try this are shocked by what happens. Not because it works like magic, but because it works far better than yelling ever did. You're a human with a nervous system. Every parent loses it sometimes. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness. Because once you can see this pattern, the buildup, the window, the moment before it tips, you can interrupt it. And that small shift, repeated over time, changes everything. Not just the yelling. The way your child learns to handle stress. The way they regulate their own emotions as they grow. The sense of safety they carry with them. Because your children don't learn calm from your words. They learn it from your state. If you meet chaos with chaos, it grows. If you meet chaos with calm, it settles. Not every time, not instantly, but gradually it adds up. If this hit home, I want to ask you one question, and I genuinely want your answer in the comments. What's your biggest trigger moment as a parent? Is it morning, homework, bedtime? Drop it below. I read every single one, and your next video might come from your answer. It covers the one thing most parents misread as defiance that actually has nothing to do with defiance at all. It will change how you see your child completely.